Alrighty, so I just flipped this log here, and I found us a nice little copperhead pal. Now, I've actually found this guy before. I recognize his coloration. I have found him before. He's really cool. Now, of course, this is a Kisserdon contortrix. These guys do have hemotoxic venom. So they're not to be mucked around with if you don't know what you're doing. And just in general, probably don't do that. I mean, I've been studying these guys for years, but I wouldn't recommend you do that. So anyway, these guys are beautiful. They grow to about 2 to 3 feet. However, they can be found from time to time at around 4 feet, but that's, it's not too common. They usually 2 to 3 feet. And, now, like I said, they do have hemotoxic venom. They can cause a range of, problems there, including, pain, necrosis, swelling, of course, lots and lots of swelling. But anyhow, usually not fatal. However, you never know if you are going to be allergic, so it's just better not to, gamble on that. But, if you want to see someone handling them up close and all that, you just watch my channel here. All right, so I'm just going to pick this guy up, as he is very calm right now. This little pal. And like I say, this is not something for everyone, honestly. It is some pretty high-level handling to be handling a pit viper. You have to be prepared to react, and that's not something that I would recommend even trying to learn off of any kind of video like this at all, ever. Definitely not a thing to do. So anyway, I just like to warn about that, because sometimes people watch and maybe get confused, and we definitely don't want that. What I'm here to do is to actually show you how beautiful they are, which, with my set of skills, I can do, pretty decently as far as giving you some up-close sights of these guys without causing... Okay. Let's calm down just a little. Okay. There we go. I know, I see you, pal. We're not, you're fine. But anyway, so I can do without, too much danger to myself, because I do recognize all their little behavioral cues. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing here. Let's just get this little guy. And I'm gonna move him just to the side for a moment. There we go. I just moved him off to the side there, so we can just flip his log back and let him go back to what he was doing, which is just chilling under this log. So I'm just gonna flip this log back over and let him go back to what he was doing, which is just chilling, minding his own business, Now, little pal, which is right here. Get this little buddy and put him right there back under his log, like we do. Alright, so what do we have right here but a little Thamnophis proximus. I love these guys. Of course, insect, worm, frog, and minnow eaters. Very, very helpful. And of course, they are in the colubrid family, which largest group of snakes in the world, so it's not very surprising. You know, these little guys grow to maybe 30 inches. They can get bigger, but usually maybe around the 30-inch range. Anyhow, you know, decent little size, but, you know, not big, but not tiny. And so in nature, as well as in captivity, they do pretty well communally, which is a pretty cool thing that it's not incredibly common with snakes, you know, only certain species, of course. And these guys, like I say, are pretty harmless. If you do see them, they're just nature's pest control, so just leave them alone and let them do their job, and you know, maybe stop to admire the beauty of nature's way of saving you money on pesticides, which would have only not only harmed your earth, but also harmed, you know, possibly birds that might eat those insects. So you know, let's let him go back to what he's doing. Whoops. There we go. So what we have here is a little Decay's brown snake. It's a fossorial snake, which means they live primarily underground. Completely harmless, non-venomous. They stay, whoa, this little guy. They stay small, but not still. But yeah, so yeah, they stay pretty small. I think the biggest I've ever seen one was maybe, I don't know, maybe like a foot or so. I think the biggest one I've ever seen. You know, I'm not actually sure on their max size, but you know, Decay's brown snakes, pretty neat. Now, I doubt I'll be able to reach this guy, but it's a larger ribbon snake, as you can see, under here, underneath the little boardwalk here. But anyhow, I thought I'd go ahead and film him, even though, you know, like I say, I can't actually get to him. You know, pretty cool though. If there's any possibility, probably not, but you know, see how quick he is to move? They're some of the best at getting away. Ribbon snakes are on the move if you're trying to come after them. Alrighty, so right here is our little ribbon snake pal going back underneath the deck. Pretty good size, but as I was looking for him, I found this little broad-banded water snake. Now, of course, I found a much larger one of these a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, after taking a few nips at me, he disappeared into the brush, so I was unable to get him. But here we have one today. Nice little Nerodia here.
What happened to this big tree?
We got a family pretty close. You might hear a little bit of laughter and whatnot in the background. But anyway, like I say, you know, these guys are totally harmless little water snakes. You know, when they're a little bit larger, they will be larger bodied with a large head. And then when they get, you know, scared or threatened, they will flatten their body and their head out. Sometimes their head will look kind of triangular, so people think that they're a venomous cottonmouth, you know, Echistrodon piscivorus, but they are not. They are not at all. They are Nerodia fasciata confluens, the broad-banded water snake. Anyhow, let's go ahead and let this guy go. And I might even see a better, closer look of that very large, well, a pretty decent-sized ribbon snake, but he's probably gone because those guys move pretty fast. Anywho, just gonna let this guy back to where he was here, so you can feel nice and secure in there. There we go. Okay, so I think this is a plain belly water snake, but I have a hard time seeing it right now, so I gotta be kind of careful. Holy moly bolly. Hopefully. From here he's gonna go right out into the water. No, did he go back? He did go back. Yes, he went back. So, he actually... Holy moly. Another snake. We got another copperhead. Well, I'm looking for this. That's why you gotta be careful when you're looking for stuff. Just because you saw one thing doesn't mean that's the only thing there. So you do have to be careful when you're doing stuff like this. If you're, you know, looking for snakes, that is. Because you never know what you might actually find on accident when you're, you know, you're doing this. So. Alright, so I just rolled this log here. I don't know if you can see it yet, but I got us a young little copperhead right here. Now, I want to get him out just a little so I can see him. Just a bit, huh? It's okay, buddy. This little pal here. Now he's much darker than what I'm used to seeing, and of course we don't have great light right here, which kind of sucks. But it's pretty cool though. If you look how well he would blend in right there pretty nicely. You know, I love these guys, and like I said, they're incredibly they're incredibly variable as far as coloration goes, and even in pattern as well. But this guy is definitely quite a bit darker than what I'm used to seeing, as you can see. And he's quite a bit darker. I don't know, and honestly, it never shows like perfect up on film, but he's quite a bit darker. And you know, of course, he's got his little, not little, but he's got his hemotoxic venom. You know, they are. As far as North America goes, they are the, I believe, the least dangerous pit viper that there is, even though, of course, like I say, they have hemotoxic venom. They are a venomous snake. They are dangerous. It will at least warrant a visit to the hospital, even though I know some people don't, but I think that's kind of foolish to not visit the hospital when, when you have, you know, a venomous snake bite. That's just not... I don't think that's very bright. You're like, you know, just kind of like, oh, well, I'll probably be okay. I mean, it's kind of silly, I think. It's a beautiful snake here, and I think we're going to go ahead and let him be. I'm going to go ahead and put him back underneath his log here, and, you know, we'll get about our way and see what else we can find, huh? But anyway, I always like to say that, you know, I like to say, you know, you see me handling these guys and whatnot, and, you know, they are venomous. They are not generally deadly, although, as I always say, there's always that possibility. You could be allergic, and you don't want that. And of course, there are other mitigating circumstances, I'm sure. So, all right, what do we have here? Old baby ribbon snake, and this thing is a baby. I mean, look at that. That is the tiniest ribbon snake you've ever seen, isn't it? This little guy. And he does have a little damage on him. He has a little kink. Who knows if he'll do well or not, but we hope so. He's got plenty of food around here, so let's let this guy just go ahead and slither off and find his way. Oh, hello. Found us a little bitty one here. Just for a size reference. He's pretty small. This little guy here. What are you doing? How you doing, little bitty? Little dude. He's like, uh-oh. What's going on? Oh. We'll let him go ahead and go back under his log. Go under there. Go under there, buddy. And you gotta love copperheads. And especially baby copperheads. Alright. Just lifted that log there. We have a much larger copperhead than we've been finding, because the last two were basically just babies. This one's definitely not a baby, it's a lot larger. Oh, sorry, pal. Hey, hey, hey. Anyway, like I say, they're quite variable. This one's much lighter in coloring, but still a lot darker than what I'm used to seeing over here. And it is a beaut. Oh, you're gonna strike the camera, huh? Again, apt for hiding by the boot. Not aware the boot is part of me. Very funny. Little pal. I know it, I know it. Alright, let's see if I'll flip this big log here. Oh, looks like I might need 2 hands for this. Alright, and since we, holy moly! Let's say since we found one in this area, let's keep on looking, and here we are, and this one's nice. This one's got more of a very noticeable pink undertone to it. It's a beautiful, beautiful, it's, I say, like, it rarely really captures on film properly, but this one's got a beautiful pink undertone to his, light brown body. Very awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this log back over just so he can have his little place. I'm gonna try not to do that. But... Okay, pal. How about you give me just a little bit of room so I can do this for you?